Chapter 2 Basic Printer Operations. To power on your printer, start by turning on the rear power switch. The control panel will light up and will tell you the printer model, firmware version, and ask you to press the power key on the control panel. Press the power key to power up the print engine. The system will initialize and the LED above the power key will flash. The control panel will say busy and move the table to the load position. The control panel will now read printer ready send jobs/print key. Note, the print table will move freely whenever there is not an operation running. Table height adjustment. To adjust the height of the table, it is necessary to open the printer lid. Slide the table halfway back and place the table height gauge block on the table and under the chrome print carriage rod. If the table is too low, the block will rock between the table and the rod, and you will need to raise the table height. To adjust the table height, first loosen the retaining knob by turning it towards you. Then turn the round table height adjustment nut clockwise to raise the table. Then retighten the retaining knob. Using the gauge block, check to see that the table is at the correct height and that the block does not rock, and also is not clamped tightly between the table and the carriage rod. If this is the case, the table is too high. When adjustments are complete, be sure to tighten the restraining knob to lock the table at the proper height. Note, when using materials lighter or heavier than that of a standard t-shirt, place the material on the table and place the gauge block on top of it, then set your table height. The printer is equipped with a laser sensor to detect items that are too high and may cause printhead strikes. If this sensor is triggered, the job will pause to allow you to make the proper corrections. Control Panel Basics. When a job is being sent to the printer, the LED above the power key will blink, indicating that it is receiving data. When enough data has been received to begin printing, the ready light will illuminate, indicating that you may press the print key to start printing. When a job is printing, you may press the cancel key to abort the job. The printer will then abort the job and clear the job from its memory. Pressing the table key will move the table to the load or home position. Main menu settings. To access the main printer menu, press the down arrow key. The first message the control panel will display is the printer model and the firmware version running on the printer. Pressing the down arrow key again will bring up the Renew Ink System feature. This feature is used to reset internal ink level readings. Pressing the down arrow again brings up the Clean Print Head Nozzle function. Hitting Enter will start a print head nozzle clean. Pressing the down arrow again takes you to the Jog Print Table function. Hitting Enter will let you select to jog the table towards the home position. The table will move as long as the Enter key is held down. Pressing the down arrow again will change the direction of the jog movement towards the load position. Again, pressing and holding the Enter key will move the table. Hit the return key to go back up to the main menu functions. Pressing the down arrow key again now brings up the last main menu item, the Auto Print Head Maintenance function. Press Enter to set this feature. You may select automatic print head cleans to happen every 4 hours, every 8 hours, every 12 hours, every 16 hours, every day, every 2 days, or every 3 days. We suggest, depending on the printer's operating environment, to set this function to every 12 hours. Press the Enter key to save your settings. Press the Return key to exit the main menu. Star menu settings. The Star menu is for internal printer settings. To access the Star menu, press the Star key. The first function is to set the language which the printer will use in its messaging. You can select English, Spanish, German, Italian, French, or Portuguese. Press Return to go back to the Star menu features. Pressing the down arrow will bring up the obstruction sensor settings. The next feature is the ink board setting. Followed by the audible signal setting. Lastly, there is the print counter. Press the Return key to exit the Star menu. Control panel LED indicators. There are several LED indicators on the printer. We will now explain what they mean. The control panel works in conjunction with these lights to tell you what is happening. When the LED above the power key is flashing, the printer is receiving data or initializing. A solid green light above the print key means a job is ready to print. A flashing ink LED means that one of your ink cartridges is low on ink. Generally, you still have enough ink to finish the current job after this LED first lights up. To correct this error, replace the cartridge that is indicated by a flashing LED under the ink bay with a new ink cartridge. The LED will now go out. A solid ink LED means that a cartridge is missing or not properly installed and must be replaced. Find the bay indicated by the ink bay LED and replace or reseat the cartridge. The LED will now go out. If the yellow wait LED starts flashing, this means that the printer needs to do auto system maintenance before the next job. If you have a job in the print queue, your job will not be lost. Printer Utilities Overview. The printer utilities are accessible through the control panel of your computer. Press the Start button and then select Control Panel. Double-click Printers and Faxes. Right-click on the Anajet 125 icon and select Printing Preferences. Select the Utilities tab. Here is found several utilities including printhead alignment, printer port test, printhead nozzle check, and printhead clean. Selecting the Print Nozzle Purge by Printhead tab brings up the Printhead Purge function. Here you can select individual ink channels to purge. All of these utilities will be explained in further detail in the following video chapters.